Okay, good morning. We are out here at the Talispo property. Uh, Cheryl had a recent claim on this. She was prescribed some repairs by State Farm. We're going to go through this videos for her to observe the repairability of the roof and make an educated decision on how she wants to proceed with the repairs. There's lots of damage on this roof. It's a two-layer roof. There's a lot of things kind of going on here. The shingle that is on the roof is no longer available. We've advised Cheryl of that. State Farm recommended a GAF Royal Sovereign and a white. So we're going to start the repair. I have this shingle outlined. For the shingle, we're gonna pull and remove, and I just got some basic repair tools. I got my clap bar and my roofing hatchet. We got to start with breaking seals on these shingles. You can see we obviously have a missing tab right here, so we'll have to remove fasteners from this course to end this course. Looks like we just got a 4-nail schedule or staples. Can be very difficult to make our repairs to some of these older roofs. This shingle is probably in the 15 to 20 year range. Still within its expected life, but as it gets towards the end of that life, these tend to get pretty difficult to remove fasteners from, especially when they're a staple like that. If you look right here, Jared, you see just trying to remove that staple is not overdriven, not high nailed. It looks like a pretty good install, but trying to pull those staples sometimes can compromise the matting around that nail location. But go ahead and continue with it. Again, here you can see it's not overdriven, not high nail. It looks like, whoa, actually looks like a pretty good install. So if you look at both of these locations right here, we kind of see, I don't know if you can pick that up or not, but this is the issue. If they can repair to roofs like this, especially with staples for fasteners, this whole area right here is now compromised. It's broken, so when we go back and re-nail it, you usually happen to put a couple of nails around here. Usually don't recommend repairs like this, but again, like I said, this is for Cheryl, and so she can make an educated decision on the repairs to her roof. We can see it's obviously a 2-layer roof. One thing I want to point out is this is an organic shingle. So unlike the newer shingles, this organic shingle does not have any fiberglass matting to it. So the issue with it when making repairs is these are very brittle. You start to hit it with your hammer, they crumble, and they just start to fall apart, which can leave really uneven nail surfaces and a lot of waves and inconsistencies in the roof. Is that good?
Yeah.
The existing shingle is going to be 36 inches, 12-inch height, and then you're going to have a 5-inch exposure. This product is, like I said, is no longer available. The only product available is GAF Royal Sovereign in a metric size 39 3/8 width, 13 1/4-inch height, and then our exposure is going to be 5 5/8. So there's definitely some compatibility issues here. If we were to cut the bottom of the shingle off, we would be compromising the factory edge of that shingle, making it more vulnerable to wear, premature wear. We cut the top off of the shingle, you're now putting that adhesive strip way high up under the overlying shingle. So typically don't recommend these repairs, but again, we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna cut the top off because that's what makes the most sense to me. And then now for the width, we're gonna have to cut. As you can see, the tabs on these new shingles are 12 7/8, almost 13 inches, where on the existing shingle, 11 3/4. So you're gonna have, with as many shingles that are damaged on this roof, you're gonna have a lot of inconsistent looking shingles with this short one here. Could definitely be a little unsightly from the ground. But again, we're gonna do it. So this is what I was talking about right here. If you look on the existing shingle, see where that staple's at, see where the adhesive's at. So when it comes to nailing the new shingle in, now where should I be putting that now? Below the adhesive strip, above the adhesive strip. If you look at how high that adhesive strip is on the overlying shingle, there's going to be a lot of shingle vulnerable to wind uplift right here. This is not a proper repair. Manufacturer does not recommend using these two products together. They got some pretty strong letters on that. Definitely would not recommend it. But for demonstration purpose, we're gonna go ahead and do it. We could kind of start to see some creasing. Again, I only want to bend that shingle as much as I need to get my hatchet in there. See how you can see like that, the kind of the waves in there and stuff. That's what happens with that organic shingle being underneath there. see what I'm talking about with that, where that staple is at. So just first look at it, obviously there's some creasing happening, some degranulation. There's a lot of granules coming off of these shingles. Very obvious creasing. If I were to take my little, we can see it all through here. If I were to take my little chip brush, and this would do nothing more than the next wind or rain would do, you can see all these granules starting to compile on here. Pretty significant granule loss. And we're just lightly brushing the shingle here. So these shingles, I definitely say, are in a non-repairable state. I wouldn't recommend it. This will definitely cause premature wear, and then the overlying shingles, they're compromised with these previous fastener locations. Not a good idea. If just for example, if we were to come over here with the granule retention, just this shingle's unaltered, unmanipulated, we don't see the same thing as far as the creasing goes with these shingles. A little bit of degranulation happening, but we don't see the same creasing or heavy degranulation we see there. So hopefully this helps. We'll get some more photos and send them over. If you got any questions, please let us know. Thank you.